We are having a special conversation with Ghanaian international and the skipper of Columbus Crew, Jonathan Mensah. He's gracing our seat, and he'll be talking to us on a variety of issues, ranging from the success chalked with his club and pretty much everything that he's done in his career as a footballer. Jonah, first of all, just tell us how you would describe the year 2020.
A grateful year, a year to be grateful. Obviously, if you're still alive, because it's been a tough year for everyone. But if you're still healthy, you're still alive. You just need to be grateful for everything. So, 2020, I just sum it up as a grateful year.
COVID-19 came in and disrupted nearly everything. How did you go through that difficult period? Because you were much closer to the numbers, where every now and then we kept hearing about the number of infected patients, the number of people who were dying. How did you go through this period?
Obviously, we have a lot of guidelines. We had protocols in place. We had the doctors, the nurses, always giving us the information about what's going on around us, where to go, where to be, the distances you should have between you and other people. So, and we were getting tested every day, so it gave you the sense of knowing where you are individually. So they made it easier in a way that you had access to even treatment if you are to contract the virus. So it was good that we went through it without many people getting the virus in our team.
Describe what the feeling was staying away from football for a long period because of lockdown.
It was tough. You know, we had to shut everything down after our second game of the season. That was the first time being indoors for months. You know, so even though we were doing the Zoom meetings, Zoom workouts, it wasn't the same as going on the field doing what you love. So um, it was very difficult for not just myself, for everyone. So you had to be okay with the situation. Obviously, it passed, and then we came out and enjoyed our football again.
Then let's talk about the resumption of football. Football resumed. You led your team to win that all-important championship after 12 years. Walk us through how the preparation was and finally the outcome.
Um, you know, we had this as a target from preseason. We always have this chart that we have. You know, we want to score these goals. We want to concede this less goals. We want to do this, do that. You know, we put all on paper, and then we have it as a target. So obviously, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. It would take game after game after game. So um, you know, whatever we drew on board happened the same way, and it's no coincidence that we became champions. Obviously, there was a lot of work that went into that, and you know, that was the manifestation of our hard work, sacrifices, being away from family, and finally we got the ultimate prize.
And you had your Ghanaian brothers around. Tell us, what kind of conversations did you have with your Ghanaian brothers, and generally as a leader of the team, what were you telling your mates?
I don't say much though. I am the type that will rather show you than to tell you, because I'm one of the guys on the leadership council on our team. So most of the time when we discuss something during a leadership meeting, then we go on and then we tell the other guys. So as we've had this discussion, I believe that everyone understands where we want to get. So when we are on the field of training, whatever it is, we've spoken about it already. So I expect everyone to do their job, stick to your job, and I believe everyone is going to be fine. So I don't say much, and my teammates are aware of that. Even people outside or even observe that, because I just want to do my best on the field, and whatever happens next will be bonus. So I'm not the most vocal guy on the team. I'm just someone that just want to come out here, do my job, and leave.
You seem to have found some love in the States.
Obviously, it gave me back love, so I have to also reciprocate that back, give them the love that I have for them and the love they've shown me from day one. So um, you definitely don't expect to give love back when you get to a place that they didn't give you that. So I'm grateful that they've given me that from day one.
And talking about love, there was that interesting video of your wife coming to name you as part of the MLS 11 for the season, best 11 for the season. Talk to me. Seeing your wife being the person to announce that to you, what was going through your mind? How was the feeling like?
It was unbelievable because I had no idea the club was planning that with my wife, and it was a big surprise for me because obviously it was like any other day getting ready for practice. I spoke to my wife before practice, so getting there, they revealed the video to me. I was shocked, and I was like, all this while we were talking, and she didn't give me any hint or tip about the video. That shows you how organized these people are, and in working on a surprise to make sure that someone is happy or someone is surprised at all the efforts and the sacrifices they putting in. So it was a great moment for myself and my family. So great experience.
Did you speak to her afterwards, and did you ask her why she never told you?
Yeah, obviously I had the idea of it was a surprise, so she was keeping her word. Obviously organizing all this with our team coordinators and staff. So I was like, man, baby, you tricked me, but she really did very well. So it was a surprise. I didn't say much about it, and I was very proud of her.
Let's still stay within the MLS. Before you made that move to the MLS, most of us had reservation about Jonathan Mensah, arguably one of the best centre backs we have in the country, going to the MLS at a certain age of your career, 26, if my memory serves me right. You've been there for three years now, four. Did you envisage that you were going to have this success when you were making the move? Did you have doubts in your minds when you were making the move?
Did you question that move though?
I did not question the move.
Okay. Because you said we, as journalists, but I'm asking you personally, did you?
I am putting myself as part of the media who questioned that move.
Did you question it?
Personally, I did not.
Okay. I'm also putting you on the spot there. But, it was a move that it came about because they really wanted me, because most of the moves that happened, the director or the scout, will call your agent, this and that. But this one, the coach actually personally called me on his line, sorry, and he spoke to me about, you know, they want to have me on this project they want to embark on, and it was really interesting for me. So I discussed it with my wife, my family, and they were like, if it's something that you really want, you can go ahead and do it. So I thought about it a lot, and at that time I believed it was a good move for me because stars were going into the league, and like you said, I was, and I'm still, the best defender in the country. Me going to join a league like that, obviously I'm going to push that name of the league forward, and I think I've done that till now, and I'm pushing the name of Ghana also high. So it's a move that obviously now it will make sense for a lot of people. So I'm grateful that I made that decision.
And I'm talking about moving to that league. Moving there has, however, dropped the number of appearances you've made for the national team. So the bigger question would be, you probably sacrifice playing for a national team to playing for the Columbus Crew or the MLS. Do you have any regrets about that decision? And do you think people have been fair to you by not giving you so many opportunities in the national team?
I wouldn't say I regret any decision that I made based on me moving to the MLS. And I don't think I sacrificed anything for the national team. I'm always sacrificing personally, but I don't believe me moving to the MLS. I sacrificed my national team playing time for anything else because I want to be in a place where I'm doing well so that the national team will call me and I'll come help the team. So if that move pissed someone off, they didn't have my interest in being part of the team, that is not my problem to think about or to solve. So I'm always going to be me. I'm always going to keep doing my best. I'm going to always represent Ghana outside Ghana the best possible way that I can. The rest, I leave it to God to handle that. So I don't have anything going on outside that.
Have there been moments where you feel frustrated and say that I should have been part of this team that the national team, the technical coaches have called up?
I have never had an issue with in any call up they've invited or they've announced because even though I'm part of the team as a player, if I don't get the call up, I'm now a fan. I'm still a Ghanaian, so I have to always support the team, pray for the team, because if the team is doing well, people outside will say, "Hey, you from Ghana, right? Oh, your team is doing so well." So I rather have that than to be disappointed, to be angry, and that doesn't help. So I'm always in a place of peace and joy if I see the team do well, the team progress to the next level. So um, the same way, if I'm on the team, I'll have the same feeling. So it's always the same thing for me, on the team or off the team.
For 10 years, you've been part of the national team. I remember 2010, the World Cup. I remember when we went to AFCON 2012. I remember the 2013 edition. What have been your high moments of playing for the national team and your low moments?
I would say it's always been high for me. Whenever I get the call up, whether I'm playing or not, whether I'm on the bench, whether I'm even in the stands, it's always a high moment for me because even some people want to just play just a game with national team and they haven't had the opportunity. So if I've had the opportunity to represent over 60 times for the country, I would say um, every one of them has been a great experience for me, a beautiful experience for me. So I wouldn't say there've been a low moment. Obviously, if we lose a game, it might be a low moment for someone, but just having the opportunity to wear the jersey for the country is a high for me. Uh, from the point of, the fan base always want to see us win, but when we don't win, it's a low for them. It might be a low for me, but even to represent for the country is a high for me always, always, always.
I remember the 2019 AFCON after that defeat to Tunisia. When you were at the mixed zone, I remember Fentu was there speaking to Andrea. Your facial expression showed so much of disappointment, and you look at that and look at the expectations of Ghanaians because we had thought that going to Egypt was where we were going to win the tournament. How disappointing was it? What was the locker room like after that game?
Obviously, when you lose a game, there's gonna be fresh disappointment, like right away. That was our true and real emotions at that particular time. So We went into the tournament with high expectations, like any other tournament, to go do well and win the ultimate for the country. But that was in the last two games, and we will be able to be one of the teams to participate in the tournament. So we don't need to look at the tournament right now. You need to look at qualifying. Obviously, I'm always working to do my best, stay healthy, and if I'm part of the team, and it would be a blessing. So always praying that God protect us, because the more healthy players we have, the more chance we have to go to the tournament and do well. So it would be an interesting one, and like I said earlier on, we need to take care of business with the qualifier games, and then we will think about the tournament itself.
Have you had conversations with the new coach, CK Akuno? What has he been telling you?
I actually received a text message and a call from him after we won the tournament, after we won the league cup. So he called me to congratulate me, and he said I'm doing well. I did great throughout the season, and he will stay in touch. We're gonna talk soon, and that was about it.
Have you watched any of his teams play, and what do you make of CK Akuno as head coach of the national team?
Any of his teams?
Like the Black Stars when we played against Sudan, yes, any of his matches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watch every game Ghana plays in, even the youth side, the under 20 or under 23. I watched every game they played. Mali, they played against Mali, right? They played Qatar. They played Sudan, home and away. Yeah, I watched all those games, and he's done well so far. Obviously, he need our support more than ever, because whoever is the national team will need us. We need our support, and we always gonna be there for him.
Talk to me about Sellas Tetteh. Um, I was having a conversation with him, and he said Jonathan Mensah um, is one of the greatest defenders he has ever seen because, according to him, someone had told him about you, and he needed to leave a slot in the under 20 team that was going to Egypt for the tournament just for you to come and fill it. Talk to me about a coach like that who has not seen you but decides to leave a slot despite people saying that, come on, you've not even seen this boy play. Why are you leaving a slot? What about if he doesn't make it?
So he left a slot for me during the African Youth Championship. I was playing in South Africa that time, and he had seen me play during my time in Ashanti Gold before I left the country. So when the tournament was going on in Rwanda, my club was actually hesitating to let me go play the tournament. So he was left with, I think, 17 players in camp, and most journalists was talking about, why are you leaving a slot for this guy? We've played 2 games already. Bring someone from Ghana to join the team. And he told them that you guys haven't seen this guy I'm talking about. You might have seen him when he was playing for Ashanti Gold, but this slot is for him. And for a coach to have this kind of belief in me, because at that time he's seen me play one time with Ashanti Gold. It was a game against FC Sahel from Niger, Champions League game. I scored, and that was the first time he saw me play. Obviously, I've played with against Liberty. He's seen me, but he had this confidence in me and faith in me that I didn't even had in myself. I didn't have that in myself, but he saw something that no one saw, like the way Coach Duncan saw. And I didn't disappoint. When I came, I joined the team, and I'm so grateful that he had that faith in me. And like you said, he said I'm one of the greatest defenders he's ever coached. I give him all the credit because the way he handles his players is amazing, and everyone that he's coached will tell you how he's more of like a father figure than just a strict coach. He makes the whole team, lively, and it's amazing to have a coach like that.
Did he pump the Kun Fire Kun thing into the players?
Oh yeah, obviously, that is his terms that he always say. You know, he loves it, and he always will tell you guys. You know, what is written, like kum fa kum. So we had that term mostly at training after games. He would say kum fa kum, and then we will also reply, what is written is written. He's such a positive coach, you know, such a motivator, and we also he led the team so good. That was why we could bring home the ultimate prize.
Stephen Appiah had said that he doesn't have the heart for coaching. Do you have one?
I believe we are different. You know, we are different. He might have some reasons, and I know Stephen Appiah quite well. He might not want to have the heart for the coaching job, but I believe his heart is so big that he can still be involved in the game, you know, whether it's being the general manager or a director or something, because I believe he still have a lot in him to offer for the game that I believe gave him so much. That is his point of view, not having the heart for the position of a coach, but we all know he's one of the best ever to do it for Ghana, to represent for Ghana, to captain the team, and we know what he brings to the table. So if he doesn't have the heart for the coaching job, we know that he got a big heart to sacrifice in the game of football. So hopefully we see that manifest soon.
Thank you very much. That's all we'll do here on the Nabila Show. I appreciate your company, Jonathan Mensah, once again. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.